And I go, come on, you know he's not going to walk there and make it in 10 minutes. What are you talking about? And he goes, no, no, he'll make it. He'll make it. I said, sir, you know that he is not going to make it there in 10 minutes. Welcome, one, welcome all, welcome everyone to your one stop shop. This is your space for everything empowerment. I'm Tariq Williams. You're the audience. Let's listen. Let's have a conversation. Let's keep it real. Because that's what we do here on the podcast. Ultimately, this is your space for everything empowerment. So, who am I to not talk about some interesting things once in a while? I think they're all interesting, all impactful. Check out the quiz, the Own Your Path quiz. Ultimately, what it looks like for you to get to your goals, get to your dreams, to understand what it means to own your path. Check out the last episode of Business Owner Kara Danubio. Let's get into the episode. So, what is it do we need to know about watching the news? What is it that we need to understand about politics? Not necessarily a topic you thought that I may or may not discuss, but something really interesting happened to me the other day, and I needed to be understood. I needed to be something that we all need to think a little bit more about. Okay. Because I have a personal story that has nothing to do with the news and has nothing to do with the politics. See, right now we are in mid-September ish. Pretty soon it's going to be October. November is election season. If you're looking for information about politics or the news, unfortunately, this is not your space for you. However, I am your mindset coach. So what I'm going to do is just give you some things to think about life in general and how you should live it. So when we talk about how we should live our life, ultimately, no one should tell you exactly what to do because you are your authentic self. However, what it looks like, what type of outlook, what type of energy we bring into the world, and that's what we're going to discuss today. So, when we think about what we need to know when it comes to news, politics, etc., I'm going to take us back to a little bit of a story that I had happen to me a few days ago. So, I had to go to Phoenix the other day. I'm about 2 hours away from Phoenix, and I ended up taking the bus. Okay. I took the bus to go to Phoenix. I wanted to get there by 8 o'clock. Tariq was not getting on the 3:30 a.m. bus. Therefore, Tariq got on the 6:03 bus. Um, so, but it was a difficult night for me the night before I left because I woke up at 2 a.m. and my stomach was hurting. And then I was able to fall back asleep. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. And then I was just like, I have to be awake in like an hour or so. So I have to just deal with it. You know what I mean? I have to just deal with it. And so I'm gonna stay awake and just go to make sure I'm on time. As you know, your friend Tariq does not drive, so Tariq took an Uber. Um, as I'm getting ready for the day, I'm washing my face, I shower, I get myself in a space where I can find a way to be my best self, right? So, whatever that looks like for you, once again, whatever it is you need to do in the morning to become your best self, a year or so ago, I did an episode about morning routines and how it can be the worst thing for your progress. I suggest you check out that episode. Needless to say, I was able to do the things I needed to do to get ready to leave. So around 5:30, 5:40, I ordered my Uber. I ordered my Uber to go to the bus station, the bus stop. So I go get in my Uber. I'm on time, okay? Some people out there, um, like, oh, Tariq, you're never on time. Tariq is on time, okay? Contrary to popular belief, Tariq is on time. All right. Anyways, so I was there, and obviously, real quick, these buses If the bus is leaving at 6:03, typically it leaves at 6:02. It's wild. I get to the bus stop. It starts, bus leaves at 6:03. I get there around 5:50. Okay. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I asked my Uber driver, was the bus there yet? 'Cause I didn't hear it. He said, no. Okay, that's fine. Bus isn't there yet. No, no big deal. I go I get out of my Uber and I go into the bus area. All right. Bus isn't there yet. Bus isn't there yet. And then I start sitting down and I start, you guys thought I missed the bus? No, Trig did not miss the bus. The bus starts coming. I'm like, okay, cool. Someone saw my white cane. Someone saw my white cane. And so I think they assumed I needed help to put my suitcase in the bus. I said, no, I'm just sitting here for a moment, kind of gathering my thoughts and kind of just relaxing for a moment. I was like, no, thank you. Like, I'm okay. Um, a little bit later, I put my, I put my, see, here, we're real quick. The interesting thing is that the world will put you in the places you need to be in. You think that's not true, but the world will put you in the places that you need to be in. I can't tell you exactly why certain things happen, but what I can tell you is that you don't necessarily know the effects of different things and what something you did maybe a year ago, how it affects you now and how it builds your character, or how it may have helped someone else, or what all these different things look like. Okay. You have no idea, truthfully. So, what I'm telling you is the world will put you in the places that you need to be. Okay. This is the fact. I was going to add more to that sentence, but it ends there. The world will put you in places that you need to be. Okay, perfect. So I easily could have gave that person my suitcase before. It said I couldn't lift it because I can't because of my blindness, but I easily can lift things. So I said no, thank you, I'm good. And about 5-10 minutes later, I put my thing in. Probably about maybe about 5 minutes later, I would have missed the bus if I waited 10 minutes. And I walk over to the bus stop and I'm swiping my phone. I use voiceover on my phone because it talks back to me so I can hear to find my ticket. And as I'm doing that, another gentleman walks up to the bus stop to give this man his ticket. And he goes, "Oh, you're going to Houston?" And gives him his ticket, okay? And it was interesting because they start talking and the driver that dropped him off at that particular stop. So it was the same driver. He was at that stop overnight waiting for this particular bus to come back to go to Houston to eventually make it to Mississippi. And so I'm listening to this, but I'm not really thinking anything of it. Okay. And the bus driver tells him, no, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be here. I dropped you off last night here. I remember. And he's like, yeah, you were the same driver. And he's like, yeah, I stayed here all night. No, you're supposed to be at the bus stop like 5-10 minutes down the road downtown. Yeah, what you need to do is you need to walk the 4 blocks, make a left, and then walk 5 more blocks or so, and then you'll get there around there. Oh, and your bus leaves in like 15 or so minutes. And at the time, I'm still not a part of the story. I'm hearing all this as I'm trying to find my ticket. Okay. Um, I find my ticket and I scan it. Like, okay, cool. You're good. Get on the bus. He tells me. Okay, yeah, good. You're good. Get on the bus. And then I hear the driver goes, "Yeah, you probably want to start walking because your bus leaves in like 15 minutes or so, and you need to walk over there to go." And the guy starts walking away. And I tell the driver, I'm looking at him, and I go, "Come on, you know he's not gonna walk there and make it in 10 minutes. What are you talking about?" And he goes, "No, no, he'll make it. He'll make it." I said, "Sir, you know that he is not going to make it there in 10 minutes. He clearly isn't able to get any type of ride to get him there himself there. You know that he's not going to make it there in 10 minutes." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know what to do." I said, "I'm going to get him an Uber." Like, "Yo." So we call the guy, the bus driver screams to the guy, "Come back, come back, come back." And I think like, okay, cool, you can let me on the bus. No, 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 no. He wasn't gonna get let on the bus. Because bus drivers, there's particular rules, then they have to be only in the areas where they say that they're going to be, because ultimately it's not really truly up to them. Um, Besides the point, nevertheless. So this guy is like, what am I going to do? I'm going to miss my bus. He's trying to get to Mississippi, Alabama, and trying to get all the way over there, and he misses this bus his whole trip, and he slept overnight outside in the bus station. I'm like, bro, what bus stop you have to get to? I get the address from the bus driver. And I get, okay, cool. I put it in my phone and I'm saying, listen, okay, cool. I get it. No, no worries. Don't worry about it. Like, oh, thank you, man. I mean, no worries at all. Don't even worry about it. Like, ultimately, it's just what I felt like was right. Okay. I called him his Uber. He got picked up. He got dropped off. And he made it to his bus, to my understanding. He was there before 6:20. So, but I bring up this story to say it was a really interesting moment because this individual had nowhere to go. He slept in the bus station overnight. He had a bus ticket probably to get to his family and the southeast, right? In the south over there. And if he missed this bus, he had nowhere to go, nowhere to go, and how to get there. And so I thought to myself, what would I appreciate in this situation? Now, I shouldn't make it about me, but please follow me on this journey. What would I have appreciated in this situation? What would I have hoped for in this situation? I would have hoped for gratitude. I would have hoped for someone just to be there and look out for me. See, the thing is, there's actually truly nothing different between me and this individual. We're both people at the end of the day, working on getting to our destination. I double, triple, quadruple check my addresses for the bus I need to get on multiple times because I'm nervous I'm going to be at the wrong stop. And even when I get to the right stop, I ask the driver multiple times, hey, are you the guy? Are you the person that I need to get on the bus with? Okay. Yes. All right. Perfect. You go to Phoenix. All right. Excellent. You go to wherever. You guys heard my story before about how I had to stay overnight in the Houston bus stop because I had to get somewhere. I was going to Trinidad. I wasn't going to pay a 1,500 $1,500 for for a ticket to fly from Louisiana to Trinidad. I took the bus. I stayed overnight once at Greyhound Station so that I could get to where I needed to be. And then after that, I took the bus to the airport. I truly thought about this and I was like, what would I have appreciated in this moment? And truthfully, it was me, someone looking out for me. It was a simple mistake that he was at the wrong stop, but he had no money to get to the other bus stop and he was going to miss his bus. So I paid for the Uber to get him to where he needed to get to. He said, thank you, Tariq. I said, no problem, man. Don't worry about it. Gave him the information for his Uber. He went along his way. I I don't know that individual's name. I don't know anything about him. But what I will tell you is that when we as a people, we're all people. We're all people. We all make mistakes. We all have failures. We all have ability. We all, there's opportunities out there for us. I mean, ultimately is what we choose to do with them. And there comes times where we also have to look out for each other as well. I bring this up to say what we need to understand when we watch the news, what we need to understand when we're politics, and this is the climate, the times that we're in right now in America. What we need to understand is that ultimately we're all just people at the end of the day. And if we could find a way to look out for each other, be there for each other. I did an episode recently about disagreement and discomfort, but I'm going to focus on the disagreement part. And in that episode, I discussed mostly about the fact that how disagreement and discomfort ultimately it all leads to growth. Disagreement and all those different things, it's a part of life. But one thing that I will tell you is I don't know that individual's name who I bought the Uber for so he can get on his way to down south to Alabama. I believe it was Huntsville, Mississippi, I believe, or Huntsville, Alabama. But what I can tell you about him without the shadow of a doubt that we have more things alike, more things similar about the two of us. There is more that brings us together than divides us, that makes us different. So when you're watching the news and you're watching politics and you're just living your everyday life, because that's really what this is all about, right? When you're just living your everyday life, I need you all to understand that there's more that brings us together than what divides us. We're people. We need to look out for each other. I talk a lot on this channel about going for your dreams and what it looks like to move forward. I get all that. But there's something to be said for the friendships that we have. There's something to be said for the community that we build. There's something to be said for just how we communicate and connect with each other. We're all here together. So, what I need you all to understand about this current whatever, as you do whatever it is you do, as you vote, as you not vote, as you watch politics, as you don't watch politics, as you watch the news, as you don't watch the news, understand that there's more that brings us together than what divides us, whatever it is you do. So today, for my audience, I want to challenge you all. On this podcast, we talk a lot about our individual selves. On this podcast, we talk a lot about what it means to feel empowered, our space to feel empowered. On this podcast, we talk a lot about what it looks like to get to the next level. We talk a lot about the fact that if you want something different in your life, you need to do something different. But today, as you recognize, this episode is a little bit different. It's about recognizing that there's more to the world than just you. There's more to the world than just me. See, Jen Gottlieb, shout out Jen Gottlieb. She has this awesome quote. See, this is the Speak Your Vision podcast. This is the We Are Vision of Hope brand. I got the hoodie on. For the listening audience, I got the hoodie on. All right. Link in the bio of wearevisionofhope.com. Back active. Let's go. All right. Get you a hoodie, get you a t-shirt. The official We Are Vision of Hope hoodie and t-shirt. Let's go. But Jen Gottlieb defines hope as help one person every day. So I challenge you today. I challenge you whenever you're listening to this podcast to help one person today. Because see, what you need to understand, when you help one person, it's a trickle down effect. When you help one person, you don't only help one person. You don't. Because then that person has to help that person has the ability to help someone else. It gets contagious. You want to help more people. When I think about this podcast and what I'm doing, my goal is to give energy, to give love, to give kindness, to give advice, to give gratitude, to give opportunity, to give empowerment. And understand that your authenticity is yours. This is the Speak Your Vision podcast. That is what I wanted you to understand about politics and watching the news, what this looks like moving forward. And I do have a challenge for you. Hope. Help one person every day. Start now. Let's get it. Not only I am Vision of Hope, but we are Vision of Hope. Let's get it.